Yo, my peoples, what's up? Jason here with the One Stop Co-op Shop. Today, I have for you a playthrough of Space Escape Mole Rats in Space. This game is now called Space Escape. I have the older version, which is called Mole Rats in Space, which is why you see the cards over here, but they're the same game. This is a cooperative game for kids, for 2 to 4 players, designed by Matt Leacock, published by Peaceable Kingdom Games. A game in which you are playing mole rats, which are basically astronauts. They're going to be going around the board collecting key items and trying to escape before they get overwhelmed by snakes. This is a short game, very quick, very fast. It's one of my daughter's favorites. She has requested that I do a playthrough of this on YouTube so that she can watch it. And I figured that I'll post it on One Stop Co-op Shop so that your child can watch the game and you see if this game is a good fit for your family. Before I get to all that, let me tell you about the One Stop Co-op Shop. We have the YouTube channel, which is where you are now. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We play all sorts of games. We play the hotness, we play old favorites, we play adult games and complicated games, and we also go down to play kids games as well. If it's co-op, it belongs on the One Stop Co-op Shop. Also on the streaming channel, so if you want to go over to the YouTube streaming channel, One Stop Co-op Shop, then give a like and subscribe as well. We have our podcast twice per week, lots of gaming-focused content and also special topics. It's a real variety show, so please go ahead and subscribe to our podcast wherever you get them on your device. We also have our Discord channel, which is an amazing community. We really love everybody that participates in conversation. It's totally free to join. Please check the links in the show notes. Click that link and you'll be right into our community. We have extra tiers and exclusive content. If you want to subscribe to our Patreon, we would very much appreciate it. You get shouted out in the podcast. We always have giveaways and prizes for people who are in our community, especially for our Patreons. Everybody is welcome here at the One Stop Co-op Shop, though. We are the One Stop Co-op Shop, your one stop for cooperative and solo gaming goodness. All right, so let us jump right in. Don't need to do much rules explanation. I'll just give a very basic sense of what you're doing, and then we're ready to go. So the goal of the game is for your mole rat to go around the space station, going up the ladders and down the chutes. That is no accident. Chutes and ladders. This is a kid's game. So then you are trying to gather these items. So like you have the toothbrush and the rutabaga, and my daughter thinks that this is toilet paper. It's actually duct tape. We're going to go with toilet paper though. Why not? So then we gather these items and then we get to the escape hatch. Every single player has to hit the escape hatch and then you win. How do you lose? Run into these snakes. We're going to have cards that spawn the snakes. So if you run into one, then that's okay the first time you use your first aid kit. The second time, you lose. Also, some of the chutes go off into space. If any astronaut goes off into space, you lose. Also, if I run out of cards, and I'm going to be dealt 1 card per turn. So if I run out, that is also how I lose. Let's talk about those cards. You do get dealt 1 card per turn. That's all you get. And the decision is where you go with this card. You always have to do the action that is described. So let's just go ahead and play that first turn. This is yellow's card. They are going to go 1 space. So they can go here. That'd be fine. But let's go here. When you land on a ladder, then you will automatically go up the next level. So getting close to those items, that's good. And I also have to move a snake. So I'm going to move it here. If I move it here, it doesn't necessarily go up the ladder, but there are other cards that will tell me go up a ladder. That is no good because the closer the snakes get to the middle, if one gets to the escape hatch, we also lose. So get away from that ladder. I don't like it. Yellow will draw a new card. This would be an action that moved all the mole rats. When we get to that, that is the first turn. All right, it is Orange's turn. Orange got dealt this card. They got nothing to do on the turn besides move the relevant snake. Do what it says. So this icon means that they move up the ladder. I just said that if you move the snake regularly, they won't go up the ladder. I got the card that you need in order to move the snake up the ladder. That is no good. That is Orange's turn. They draw a card. Oh, man, they're not going to be moving anytime soon. Or maybe they will. It is Yellow's turn. Yellow is going to move all players. So that's pretty sweet. So then I could move yellow over here, but then they would drop down to the lower level. We do not want to be on the lower level if we can help it. So we're just going to move 1, 2, 3 right there. And we have orange over there. I spy a ladder. And they are going to go up the ladder. So that is a way to balance the fact that the orange got a little bit hosed with their action economy. At least there are cards that make up for that along the way. The other thing is that I moved the brown snake 3. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to keep them around this chute. One of my daughter's favorite things to do is to time it so that the snake gets into the chute and then boo into space. But I did not get that done just yet. Yellow's next card is a simple movement card. As I was saying with orange, that's too bad. The brown is going to find the nearest ladder and climb up. Let's see if they can actually move next turn. Oh, that's pretty good. Turns are fast in the game. The game's about 20 minutes long. So then we have this for yellow. Yellow is, again, does not want to go down. I'm caught in a little bit of a vacuum over there. That's terrible. Then we have snake over here. Let's move them down. That's good. They are going to move on top of the toothbrush. That's bad. Yeah, I don't think I want to use that toothbrush. Maybe they have like cleaner for it or something. Eventually, I want to get that snake over, down, and out. We'll see what happens there. The next card for yellow is going to be a bigger move. That's pretty good. Orange gets to go, and after a slow start, they are able to move a little bit. So then orange is going to move up here. The snake is going to move right there and then move on top of the toothbrush. That might be a terrible move. But again, I want to get them away from the escape pod, so we'll go ahead and work on that. And oh yeah, it was an all move. So we have a little move for the yellow player. All right, orange will get a new card. They will have an option on their turn, but they will spawn a new snake when it gets to it. It is yellow's turn. Yellow is going to go 1, 2, 3 up the ladder right there. And we have the snake that is going to move 1, 2, 3. Eventually, they'll head over to somewhere where they can be launched into space. So then we have this card, which is a move any, and also a move any snake, and that'll be yellow's turn. All right, so orange very much regrets all these snakes that are there. We'll see if yellow can take care of that. So what they're going to do is they're just going to hightail it. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to get a new purple snake. Snake spawn on their spawn spots. New card for orange will be another little movement. That'll be okay. So now yellow goes. Yellow is going to try to get one of these snakes. There's another one. What are you talking about? And if I wanted to, actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over here and then move up the ladder so that because I have access to this, I can just plop down and go get this toothbrush when I take care of the snake. So then, oh, look at that. We get to move the snake out of the way. So that's nice. All right, orange's turn. So it normally would be the case as I'm trying to make my way around the board. I'll take maximum move. However, 1, 2, pew! There it goes. That would be out. That would be terrible. The game would be immediately over. So we are just going to move 1 and spawn a brown snake in the spout. Orange is going to get, okay, I'll be able to run past that next turn. That's nice. All right, so here is some good news and some bad news. So we have this ladder over here, and this is all the purple snakes. So what's going to happen is that this purple snake is going to pass this one and move up here. So that's whatever. But this snake is going to move and go up and ow! This is no good. This is a case where yellow would turn in their med pack and start over at the beginning space. This was probably a terrible idea in terms of strategy. Getting all those snakes on top of the toothbrush, I thought I could handle it. Oh well. They are able to draw a new card, so they'll be able to skedaddle next turn. All right, orange is going to have to pick up some slack over here. They have this card. They're going to move 2 towards the toilet paper. And we are going to move the snake 2. I have not killed a single snake yet. This game is actually going fairly terrible. Oh well, at least folks will know how to play at the end of it. And we have a move 1 for the next turn. So orange is going to continue to plot. It is yellow's turn. They have spawned. They're going to go 3. They're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we're going to start trying to make up for lost time. The snakes go 3. I really wanted to go out here, so I'm going to try it again. This may be a terrible idea, but at least if I get 1, I could shoot them out that way. Fantastic. So then this other snake is going to go 1, 2, 3, and that is yellow's turn. Yellow is going to have some flexibility on their next turn. All right, so here's an example of cooperation, the team helping each other. So first of all, we're going to move there, and now we get to move all brown snakes. So moving the brown snake over here would be terrible because that would close off my yellow friends option. So we're going to move it over here, clear the way, and then let's move this snake down there. They are going to get a little bit more flexibility on their next turn. Yellow is going to say thank you and move themselves. They could move the other, but I don't want to overshoot this toilet paper. So let's go ahead and move 1, 2, 3 up. Bye bye snake. And this snake, I can choose a snake to move, which will actually be this snake. Get out of the way. 1, 2, 3, move down. You are no longer a threat until you be a threat again. Clears the way to the rutabaga. Yellow draws a card, which will be a couple of moves. Finally, there we go. We finally pick up equipment. Holy moly. We have been really slacking over there, but we get the toilet paper. We get to put it in the backpack. And we spawn a blue snake. Orange's next card will be a little bit more inching along. All right, so I'm feeling good. I'm starting to rally a little bit over here. So then we can move yellow 1, 2 up a ladder. And then we have the snakes, which we are going to go 1, 2 down and 1, 2 towards irrelevance. At least I don't have to worry about those brown snakes. And we get some all movement for next turn. Next turn, the orange is going to move 1 and then shoot down. And we are going to not make the same mistake and put the red snake on top of a needed item and just move that thing over there. They'll be able to move a couple next turn. Yellow is close to the rutabaga, so they're going to try to stay somewhat close to that rutabaga. And this orange, because I can move all of them, are going to try to circle around try to get that toothbrush over there, and all red snakes will move. There's only one red snake, and we're going to clear this way out so we can have access to these 2 items. Yellow will have some options next turn. Orange has been stuck taking the long haul to places, which is fine by me. And then all the purple snakes move. And we're going to keep that snake around this pipe. That's going to be so satisfying. Where I can jet you out of here and continue moving that snake out of the way. They draw a new card, which will give them the good options. Look at that. They're going to run next turn. So here is an example of the hijinks that could ensue when you are playing with children. So we are going to be able to move. That's okay. So we're going to move the full 3 and set up to get the rutabaga. And then we are going to spawn a brown snake. So the brown snake is going to spawn right on orange's space. Snake is there. You are bitten. And you end up in your start space. So I'm going to go ahead and end the playthrough right there. There's not much more to this game. You're going to go through the rest of this deck, and I've already been through half of it. You've seen every single card and what they do. And I have 3 items left with a half a deck to go, so I don't know if this game is going to go super good. Anyway, you know how to play Space Escape Mole Rats in Space. Now, hopefully your team will be able to gather items more successfully than I did and get yourself to the escape pod before more snakes spawn on the board. I love this game. It is fun. My daughter thinks it's fun. We take it out. We play it cooperative and competitive just in case your daughter or son likes that. We race to the pod. So that's a fun one as well. But that's a variant. This game is fully co-op out of the box. This is Jason with the One Stop Co-op Shop. I'm reminding you that I will see you at the next stop.